I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Exos Mini Low Voltage Sconce. This is the 1394. There's some other Exos fixtures that use the same setup on the bottom. Check them out. There are pendants or single pendants. There's multi-unit pendants. They would all go great with this. This is the 1394. Like I said, let's get into the details of it. So the body of the fixture itself, the bottom part, is 10 inches high. It is 5.5 inches in diameter, so it's round. Projection from the wall coming out is coming out at 6.5. Overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. It's going to give you a range. The shortest this can be is going to be 17.5. This can go pretty long, all the way to 77.5. And how they do that is this cable is going to be going up and then going into the back plate. You're going to be cutting it and then attaching it to the electrical later on. Make sure it's exactly where you want it to be before you do all that. To show you more about that, let's talk about the back plate. It's coming in at 5.5 round. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. It's going to have a transformer that's going to sit inside of this junction box behind the back plate, transforming your line voltage in your house down to low voltage going through the cables, making them perfectly safe. To show you more information about that, let's look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on the side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So click and open that up for me. It's going to show you lots of details. It's going to show you the setup of the back plate. It's going to show you how to do the installation for your electrician. It's also going to show you how the setup of the bottom part with the glass just slides right on. Very, very easy. Let's talk about that glass. You're going to have two options for the glass. You're going to notice in the pull-down menu, it's going to give you the option for the glass being just opal, which is an opaque glass. You can't see through it. That's our white glass. The other option is going to be a clear glass that has an opal diffuser that's in the middle over the socket, so you're not going to be able to see the socket set up. So those are going to be your two that you can do. Okay, now let's talk about what's inside of this as far as the lamping goes. You're going to be using a G4 socket on this. This is going to be a low voltage LED only. No halogens are going to be going into this. 4 watt max, okay? 4 watts actually equals a 40 watt halogen, so keep that in mind. And then when you're looking at bulbs, you'll notice they go 4 watts, 3 watts, 2 watts, and then 1.5 watts. Once you get down to that 1.5, that's the equivalent of a 20 watt halogen. All good to know. It's a dimmable fixture, so make sure you buy the right bulbs when you're looking, if you do want to dim it, and I probably think you would. But you're going to notice the bulbs are going to be easy to find. You're going to be looking for, like I said, G4 LED light bulb, basically, when you do your search. And most of you guys are going to do this online, I expect, because that's going to be the easiest way to find it. Remember, when you're looking at LEDs, they're going to give you a range of colors to play with. 2700 Kelvin is going to be like the warm setting sun. That's going to be super yellow. Way over on the other side of that, it's going to be offered in daylight. Daylight sounds warm. It's not warm. That's like a cold hospital waiting room light. So remember that. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. Right in the middle of that is called warm white, and that's what we use in our showroom. Warm white's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. That's the light coming down on my hands from the LEDs above. Really nice. Mimics an incandescent light we all grew up with. We all like that. And like I said before, it's a dimmable fixture. So when you guys are looking for this, you want to put in G4, LED, 3,000 Kelvin, dimmable, and that should bring you right where you need to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. They're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variants on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads laying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.